Don't move it. Boom, ready? Are we on?
We're on, baby.
The sheep is on fire. The sheep is on fire. The sheep is on fire. This is Tafad Tan, Croeso, which is Welsh for welcome. And we're here in the castle. And on my right-hand side, I have the one and only Flap Sandwich. Aye.
Hello.
And on the left of me, I've got the Doctor, Mad Max, Maximus Levi.
Cheers, Ninja. We'll do your test later.
And it gives me a great pleasure to welcome to the studio, Magugu, rap artist, and he does also his own music videos. And I'd just like to introduce him to your big yo going out to Magugu.
Respect, man.
Respect in every aspect. So Magugu.
Yeah.
How's it going?
You chilling, bro? You caught me off guard today on my way home.
I'm glad, man.
And you grabbed me off on Queen Street and said you need to come and have this interview. And I was like, all right then, bro. I've got no choice.
From I come to Cardiff, Magugu, and that, yeah. And when I left New York and I came back to Birmingham and I left there, came down here. When I started to get into the scene and what was going on down here, I heard you rapping and I was blown away.
Wow. Thank you.
You know?
I heard that, guys. Ninja said that, bro.
Yeah, I was. Because you had style, you had rhythm, and you had multiple different techniques of delivery, and you had that brassy
tone.
Yeah. So Magu, how did it all start for you? How did you get into? Where you from?
I'm Nigerian.
From Nigeria.
From the land of the great. Music is just, it's one of those where people say, but always my uncle was a producer. He produced a lot of like artists in the 90s in Nigeria. So I grew up around that. So there's just in my DNA, just in my blood, like, you know what I'm saying, you know? So, but obviously just something I done naturally. It was nothing I ever thought it was going to be like a career or something like that. So when I obviously came to the UK, I wasn't around that environment anymore until I kind of came to Cardiff and I met some people that were like producers and DJs and like, you know.
So when did you come to Cardiff?
I came to Cardiff like 2004.
2004.
I'll say end of 2004, but I'll just say roughly I say 2005. Just to be safe.
And how did you find it when you first come here?
Cardiff was before I came to Cardiff, I lived in like quite a few different cities, and I was just escaping from one to one. And how I got to Wales was a friend I went to school with went to Glamorgan University.
Glamorgan
in Treforest.
Treforest.
So that's where I came. That's where I came first before I came to Cardiff.
Big up the Treforest.
Big up the Treforest and Ponty, man. There.
And Ponty.
So that was my first introduction to them. One of his housemates was a DJ from Cardiff.
DJ.
Yeah, he's a DJ grime. Garage and grime music. Yeah. So so I kind of moved here into Wales because I was homeless, really. And only my friend could like put me in, really. So I came here, I stayed in Treforest for a while, managed to get a job in Cardiff. And I started working in Cardiff. Then one of the guys was like, hey, my mum is moving out. Do you want to move in? And I was like, it makes sense because I work in Cardiff and the job is in Cardiff. And they made beats and DJ'd. So
what area was that in
Adamstown.
Adamstown, massive.
Adamstown. Big up Adamstown, massive.
Big up Adamstown. You got it going down.
On the Clifton crew.
Yeah, Clifton Street.
Street crew.
Yeah.
So that's how I kind of got into music in Cardiff. Yeah.
And what was the scene like when you came to Cardiff?
Actually, it was quite vibrant because my first memory of music was in the Toucan in St. Mary's Street.
St.
Mary's Street,
when it was bubbling.
Okay,
yes.
Right. Because I was working, I was working in some call center there, and I've done some dead ass jobs, bro. But I was working in the call center, and I met a guy I'll never forget called Ruben, and we were the only 2 black people in that call center, innit? So obviously it was the head nod recognition kind of thing or whatever, blah blah blah. So this time I was writing, but I was just writing because I enjoyed writing. Like I wanted to rap, like, you know. And I had this yellow book, this like sort of pocket book.
You still got it?
No, I don't have it anymore. I wish I did. And
collectors, you know.
He was walking past and he's like, "You rap, bro?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm just doing my thing, whatever." He was like, "Oh, there's this thing going on in Cardiff and this day, whatever, blah 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 blah." And I was like, "Oh, I didn't know things like that. All I knew was just normal club nights, like, you know what I'm saying, you know." So he was like, "I should come." I was like, "Yeah, of course, I'm gonna come and check it out." So me and my best friend, like Deborah, we like drove down. I remember walking into it. It felt like visually now it looks like a movie. It's like, you know, I walked into this place and I seen like people break dancing on the floor there, people graffitiing on the wall there, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know who it was. Yeah. Like they were just it looked like a set from a movie.
Yes, yeah.
Like, you know, I was just like, wow, like I didn't know they had something like this in Wales. What's going on here? And I entered the rap battle. Then I didn't win.
Who won the black hole?
I can't remember. I really cannot remember. And I think it was Ross Styles.
Ross Styles, yeah.
He came to me after and goes, "Oh, they've got this." Before Radio Cardiff was there, was Beats FM.
Beats.
You remember that? You remember Beats FM? You remember Beats FM?
No.
I'm schooling these Cardiff people about Cardiff stuff, man. It was right opposite. You know where M-Tech used to be?
Yeah, M-Tech.
It was at the top of M-Tech.
Oh, yeah. Because I went down there.
Yeah,
after my head injury.
I know I'm not tripping.
Yeah. Lennis was the one who was teaching computer music down there.
Ross Stars, I remember he invited me to a radio show then, hosted by Associated Minds.
Yes, Associated
Mayor
Minds.
there, right? And so this is the first time I've ever rapped in front of anybody. Or obviously, you're in school, you've done the garage thing with your mates, like mina selector and whatever. But I'm talking about proper rapping in front of people. So obviously, when Rossa invited me, I was buzzing because I think I rap. So my raps are good enough for this guy to invite me to come to this radio. I was like, yeah, I'm on it.
My God.
So I came, and I remember this stuff very well. And Rossa was DJing, and May was in the interview. And they interviewed me and they're talking. I was just I'm a new rapper, kind of whatever, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, okay, like we're going to do a freestyle. So this time I didn't know pattern of music. I didn't know what 16 bar was and stuff like that. So I just used to write pages of rap.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, if it's 2/8, 3/4 full, that should be long enough, isn't it? Like, yeah.
A4,
So if it's full, so this is how I used to write, right? And I remember he played Nas. I think it was, I can't remember what Nas beat it was, and I literally rapped from the start to the end of the beat.
Oh my God.
I literally just rapped. Everyone just like, when is this guy going to stop? But I was like, I'm not going to stop till the beat stops, innit? So, like, after that, like, the left hand was like, yo, like, I really enjoyed that. Would you like to come for a cypher? I was thinking, like, rah, like, this people must be really feeling it. This is the first time I've ever rapped in front of people.
Yeah.
Right? Just been writing by myself or whatever. So I was just like, yeah, of course I would like to come, this and that. So I remember I was walking down the stairs, and Black Tricks, saying, yo, brother. And I was like, he goes, yo, I like your style, bro. And I was like, yo, thanks, man. Like, you get me. So I go understand, I don't know these people from nowhere. This is the first time I've ever met these people in my life. Like, you get me. So to begin that sort of feedback, and for something that I was just writing in my yellow book that I wasn't really putting out there to anybody. Like, get me. So
just
to get that from people that actually write in music and recording.
Yeah.
it was like a big deal for me then, like you get me. So that was my first introduction into like sort of the music scene. So it was a good experience. So my first then was good experience, like, you know what I'm saying, you know.
So the what's it? Beats FM.
Beats FM.
Beats FM.
Go and check that. Beats FM.
Beats FM.
This was 2004.
Was because John Lennon was the one that is he owned Imtech.
Yeah, because
Imtech
them
and
they were trying to get a full license. So that's when they were having like 3 months license, then off.
Yeah.
This was then before they got the full license, then they turned to Radio Cardiff.
Yeah, because just over the way there's a scrapyard, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because my Saab ended up there. Someone robbed my Saab.
Okay.
Why is that? Had no wheels on.
Oh.
The door is gone and everything.
Oh, my phone dead. Oh.
Yeah, so Beats FM.
Yeah, Beats FM. That was where that's my first experience of music, and after that, I just got the buzz. I was thinking, yo, I want this kind of feeling again, like, you know what I'm saying, you know, that kind of recognition and
So where did you take it from there then? What was next for you?
we started the guys we lived with, we formed a crew. So this was in hip hop, but they were more into grime. Obviously that grime stems from garage or whatever. And so I had to kind of switch my style more into grime. And so they were producing. So it made sense. Like we all lived in the same house. The Medman lived, his room was right next to me. He was producing.
Yeah.
Ilduck was downstairs. He was producing, and I was in the room. I was writing. So they'll send beats. I can hear. I'm like, yo, I want that beat, bro. Whatever. And blah blah blah. And we every day we practice in Med's room, like just spitting decks, just standard garage grime thing. 2 decks on a mic. You play beats. We just rap. We spit bars till we're tired. Roll one up, make a cup of tea, whatever. And stuff. So it just natural. There was nothing when doing it for nothing else apart from just the love of just like, yo, this is dope. Let's make music and just spit. Like, yo, do you want to do a set? Yeah, let's go. Okay. That was it. And we just made beat and just learned. So like, I remember we'll find get CDs from like the Sunday Times on a Sunday or the classical stuff. We'll chop it up in the samples and make grime tunes out of it.
My gosh.
Yeah, we were ahead of us. We were so ahead of our time. Now I look back of what we used to do then. We were so ahead of our time, and that's why people didn't know what's going on here. Yeah, man.
And then when did you take it out again and play out?
So we kind of formed Brotherhood in like 2005, and like in 2006 we put our first mixtape called Musical Move. And we booked Skepta. So I brought Skepta down. Me and my friends brought Skepta down here in 2006 and DJ Cameo. And used to be the Union just off Queen Street.
Yeah.
The club, the Union.
Yeah, the Union.
That's where we launched there. Because no one was trying to book us wherever. So we were like, okay, we'll just do our own nights.
So you have to put your own nights on.
Yeah, we'll do our nights. Okay, no one wants to do this. We'll just do it. Okay, we'll make our own music. We just literally done things ourselves. Like made our own T-shirts and stuff like that.
You did T-shirts as well?
Yeah, I was doing Brotherhood T-shirts then.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I saw ahead of our time what we're doing. I designed our first mixtape. The design, the logo is again that I designed it myself.
Oh my gosh.
Like you get me. So everything was always in-house. And I think what happened then was we got to the stage where people started getting jealous because we just were doing our thing and getting recognition, and we didn't need the main people in Cardiff to do what we're doing. And people like this hierarchy thing that you need to come through us to do what you're doing.
I
was like, well, I don't know you from nowhere, you don't know me from nowhere, and I ain't bowing down to nobody. Like, I'm just me and my boys are doing our thing, innit? So I've just got that attitude anyway, and through that, people just trying to block you, innit? It's just like we're there to a point where people were saying like we're a gang rolling around with knives and stuff like this, and trying to block us and like sabotage our names and stuff like this. Like, you get me? And our music was always positive. It was always speaking about positive message. Like, one of the first songs I wrote was "Gun Talk is Boring."
Drop that one. Drop a bit of that one for me.
I can't remember. It's a very long time, but I think the hook goes like this. gun talk. Man got a gun, pop that shit, gang, so you kill someone. Gun talk is boring. MCs too, same old story. Want to be the gangster with all the glory. Gun talk is boring. So I was like, on my positive against violence from day. So when I heard, I was like, what?
So the haters started to come up, and they
Of
come up in
course,
force. Yeah.
and we got invited to go on One Extra, and people trying to block us. Then it was just like head back at head, thinking like, what do you guys want from me? I ain't bothering nobody. I'm just making my music.
Yeah.
And living like I'm just like, so what if I'm good at one, but then I said before, they had this hierarchy thing in this city, innit, where certain people might be certain places, so they want everyone else to be underneath them, so it can be like, oh, we brought this person through, we brought this person through. And once they figured out they couldn't do that with me, the next best thing was to block me, innit? Was trying to block it, but you can't block what's destined, innit?
Destiny.
You can't.
You just keep going. Yeah.
They tried it, and after a while, the Brotherhood thing was going, but I just felt like, I need to do my own thing, because we're not all on the same page.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You get to stage in music where some people just want to do it for fun. I was like, you know what? I don't want to do this for fun no more. I want to do this for real.
For real.
Yeah, and everyone else wasn't on the same page as I was. So I just went and done my thing.
So when did you do your first music video? Because I remember seeing.
That came out years later. That came out years later, because I'd done that. I put my first solo mixtape called About Time, and I was working with other producers. I didn't work with no producer from the Brotherhood camp there, and I was working with different producers. Then,
so what happened to the Brotherhood?
Nothing. Was just friends. It just didn't work because I said before, we're all in different stages. So it's like, I'm hungry to do something, and I'm waiting for someone for 2 weeks to get that done. I ain't got time to wait.
See that's another thing. Sometimes things are really slowed down.
Exactly, we're all in different pages of where we're trying to go. So they were just happy. Some of them were just happy to just make the music. I was like, no, like I figured out I'm good at this stuff.
See,
and I've got a message to send, so I'm not just gonna be chilling, and I want to push this further.
I got your first album, yeah. That was the first one, EP, yeah. Right.
But that came with the transformation. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that came after all the Brotherhood stuff. That came after, because this was when after the Brotherhood stuff, I released About Time. I went to Nigeria for like 3 months because I was just fed up of this country. And I just needed.
You needed a break.
I needed a break. I was like, I was working full time making music. Had a full-time job, 9 to 5, like, you get me?
Yeah.
It was exhausting, like, you get me? And I was like, I don't want to work no more. I don't want to, this is not my life, man. Working in an office, man. It really killed my soul.
See.
Destroyed my soul. I was just like, I can't do this no more. And I just, one day, I remember enough, I just like, I'm not coming back. I woke up and just left.
And you left, and
just like, that's how I do. I just like, I'm not doing this anymore. I didn't have like a solid plan. I just knew I couldn't do that no more.
You couldn't do it no more.
It was destroying my soul. Like, you get me? I left. I went to Nigeria for like 3 months.
And what was that like?
It changed my whole perception in life. I knew I needed to do that. I went home, back to my hood I grew up in, and chilled for a while. And then everything went upside down. And I was like, damn, again. And I had to come back and start from scratch.
Again.
Zero. I had to start from zero again. I was like, damn. At this time, I hated music. I didn't want to make music no more.
Yeah, I reached that point.
I hated. I was like, I'm not recording music, burn music. So this when I go into videography. Then I kind of got a job again. I had to get back a job again. And I was like, but then I was good at it. I was good at sales. I'm good at whatever I put my mind to.
Yeah.
And I was like, I need to make some money. And I figured out, okay, I can make some money. So I made some money in the sales. And I was like, you know what? I need to do something with this money. And I just went one day, I just decided and bought a camera, bought a laptop, just like that. No experience of filming. I just believed I could do it. And I literally spent like a couple of grand buying all this stuff and taught myself how to do it on YouTube and Google.
Really, I went and bought a laptop, and felt like doing the same thing, and it wasn't working. the laptop was a new Mac, it weren't working. So I
see.
carried it to a Flap Sandwich, and it still weren't working. So he said, put the on button on. So I pressed the button and it came on. I had a head injury.
Oh my days.
Why are you laughing?
Oh my days. But yeah, that's how I got into videography. Then once I started making videos into that, my hunger for music started coming back.
Yeah.
Start coming back. I was doing the music again. Then at this time when I came out, I was in Grangetown. Then I was living in like a tiny room, and I need my own place. I found a place. I moved back. I went to then Cathays. That's where I am now.
And what's it like in Cathays?
It's okay. Cause I prefer that. I like city roads. I feel more comfortable around those sort of areas. Like, it's multicultural and stuff. Like, and then it was like, I think it was like 2012. I had this vision. It's like I really did, and I was like, yo, if I rap in pidgin, and I put it on like hip hop, drum and bass, grime, all this stuff, that would be cool because no one else is doing that.
Yeah.
No one is doing that. I was like, okay, I'll let this thought marinate in my head for a while. And one day, some guy I know posted something on Facebook, and it's like the history of Nigeria. It's like a documentary on YouTube. I was like, oh, okay. I clicked and it was like 3 hours long. I was like, I ain't watching that. I was like, I ain't got 3 hours to be watching, no. But then one night I was like, yo, let me go. And I pressed play and my life changed. Like, I was just watching, I was just like,
food.
Oh, okay. That's what Nigeria the way it is now. Oh. Your brain just started opening, my side popping. I started studying people like Sankara, Nkrumah, like Patrice Lumumba. I just started studying all these great African leaders, like, you get me, that actually, I was like, okay. I studied the history of the Benin Kingdom, where I'm from in Nigeria. Found out that Benin Kingdom, found out my ancestors were the warriors that guarded the Benin slave capturers. That's my the Dudukunu tribe. That's my direct bloodline. I didn't find out from no history book. I know this from my family, so it wasn't like I went and read some book to find this out. Like, you get me, So I started understanding myself more. Because no wonder I'm so defensive and I don't back down. I'm a warrior by nature. This is what I'm supposed to be. Yeah. And all these people are trying to make me conform to who they want me to be. Yeah. And that's why I never understood why certain things didn't make sense to me. And certain things that made sense to me, they made sense to other people. So once I started understanding all this stuff, and obviously I'm a huge Fela Kuti fan. Like, that's like my all-time greatest, like, I'm saying, And it says, as an African, for you to communicate with Africa, you need to speak in your tongue.
Your language.
Yes. So I switched from English to Pidgin. I switched my whole style to Pidgin.
Can you explain what Pidgin is exactly?
Yeah, Pidgin is basically broken English. It's like similar. The closest thing I can describe it to is patois. Jamaican patois. So I understand patois very, very well, easily. Like, I go to the deepest Jamaican, then I understand what you're saying. Like, you get me, because it's the same pattern. So it's just English broken with like local slangs and languages. So that's what it is.
Nigerian dialect.
Yeah, Nigerian dialect. So so it's just broken English. Yeah. So obviously Nigeria was colonized by the Brits. So when obviously they're not going to speak English like the Brits do, they're going to mix it. So that's the same thing as patois.
Patois, yeah.
Jamaican was colonized by the Brits, so that's English mixed with other languages, some bit of French here and there, whatever. Like, you get me. So Nigeria is like Pidgin is English mixed with local dialects and stuff.
And were there other people rapping in this style at the time?
Yeah. There were
people doing
it. Yeah. Of course, people rapping Pidgin, but they only mainly do that in like Afrobeat or hip hop.
Right. So you were bringing it to grime and garage.
this is not even. I'm not even talking. Like, go and check his on social. On their facts. I was the first person to do it on grime. First person to do it on drum and bass. And it was the one I done recently was Tune of the Week on BBC Radio 1 in July. Go and check it.
Yeah, facts. Before then. Yeah, I verified that.
I'm saying
because...
so yeah, I took it out of just being an African thing, and so for me it was like the average British person would probably not listen to Afrobeats, innit? Yeah, they wouldn't, right? So I can meet them halfway. So if I put on drum and bass,
it's all British music.
You've got exactly.
Yeah.
So and I've grown up half and half. I've grown up in Nigeria, and I grew up. I came here when I was 13, 14, so I know the British system. I went to garage raves, drum and bass raves, and all this stuff. So I know the music. So it's not like, I'm just figuring this stuff out. Like, you get me? I know both sides very well. So it was like a perfect balance to be able to do it. Like, you get me? I know drum and bass music. I know jungle. Like, you get me? So
how did you deal with the stress and depression, and the isolation? Because I know that's what happened to me, for me to find myself.
I'm gonna lie, it was difficult, man. Now, I literally hung out myself for 2 years. Just me, 2 years. Just me, myself, and I. Yeah. Because I went for a transformation, I cut everybody off. I told people, like, listen, this is what I'm doing. And if I was joking, I was like, yo, bro, I'm being dead serious. This is what I'm doing with my rest of my life. So if you guys are not with me, I cannot hang around with you guys no more. And everyone thought I was joking. They didn't see me no more.
Yeah. You see, sometimes you have to do it.
They thought, then it was like, Max has changed, this and that. And now they're all praising me because I've done the unthinkable. I just had the feeling that I have something, and the only way it's going to work is I have to give this 100%. I have to sacrifice and dedicate my life to this, innit? Like, and the main reason I've done this pigeon rap thing, apart from this cool thing, was to get African respect, innit? I grew up in this country, and Africans been disrespected from the moment as I know, from school, bubble lips, this, that, you take the piss out of your accent and stuff like this and whatever. So I said, I'm going to make this stuff so cool that all these people that used to take the piss out of it going to want to be part of this, innit? Like, all these people that think, more Africans are going to like want this, and that's exactly what's happened. Because a couple of weeks ago, I was doing a dot plates, right? And some guy from London messaged me to do one, and he was a young kid. He was young, like early 20s, 19 or something like that. And he was like, he wants a dot plate, and I was like, oh, cool. I was like, is this your first dot plate? He was like, yeah. And I was like, yeah. This guy's first dot plate is from an African. So he's going to go into that drum and bass rave, and the coolest thing he has in his box is an African voice. So that's changing the narrative straight away. So from him, the next thing he hears about an African is going to be, he's going to have a positive mindset, because the coolest stuff he has in his possession was given to him by an African.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if you believe something is cool, you're going to respect it. You're gonna spread it. Like, get me? So for me, using that for my vision worked. Like, if I put this on drum and bass, I'm meeting these people halfway in it. So he's not gonna hear Nigerian and think negative. If he hears Nigerians, he's gonna think of me, and he's gonna think about his dub plates, and he's like, yo, oh yeah, I know this guy Magugu, and this and that. Like, get me? So there was so many elements. So it was deeper than music. It was a spiritual thing. It was like, I'm gonna change the narrative of Africans in this country, and like, I'm gonna change it. Like, I don't care who's with me or who's not with me. I am gonna do that. I'm gonna let you know you cannot disrespect me. I'm gonna let you know you can never speak down to me or stuff like that, or whatever. So it was all that determination and
channeled
into what it is now, and it's everywhere. Like, I've got my music on BT Sport, ESPN. It was used on Ellen DeGeneres show in NBC in the US. It was recently, one of my tracks was licensed to Zumba, licensed to Nike Training Online. Like, you get me? I've had the track used on a program on Netflix. Like, you get me? I've had 13 different songs played on BBC Radio 1. I've had Radio 1 track of the week.
And to do that from Wales.
I'm playing. I've had my song played in everywhere. Like go on my Instagram, my Google one, you see it. People dancing from places from Azerbaijan to Israel to Canada to India to South Korea to every corner of the world. My music is hit there, and I've done this right here from Wales on my own.
That's the one. You see, that's the one. Wales, it's hard. It's hard to
Nobody's trying to help me push. A lot of people have actually trying to stop me and block me in it.
That's why it's a rugby.
That's why I said to my good, you cannot stop what's destined, innit? You cannot stop what's destined.
Because you're carrying the ball over the line.
You know what I'm saying? You know?
It's rugby.
And now everybody wants to be my friend. No, seriously, yeah. The people I know, I'm like, have you got memory loss or something? I'm the same guy you guys used to diss.
Yeah.
I'm the same guy. Oh, don't book him to the show. Don't get him to the rah, 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 rah. And now you don't have a choice. Precisely. Now you want to be, oh, Magugu this, Magugu that. Like I've got memory loss. Because I remember all of it. And I'm acting on it.
So tell me, when you left the Brotherhood and you started sort of going for your mission, you obviously had to work with producers to get your beats, yeah? What producers did you approach, or how did you go about that?
Well, I was working with a producer. We're not on speaking terms anymore, but I'm just an honest person, so I always give people their props, innit?
Yeah.
There's a producer called Trey. We sat down and he for like years and we were like producing and stuff like that. And it's a shame what happened because I went to that. I cannot tell you what happened. Jealousy happened.
Yeah,
unfortunately, it's so sad, man. It gets me. I think like, why you? I was like, bro, like basically, I performed in France, and the opening track was the beat he made, and I messaged him, go, yo, bro, look at this, bro. Like I was in France, all these people, and he didn't message me back. I'm like, raw. Like I just showed you a video, your song getting played in front of 3,000 people, in a different country. Like this tune that me and you made together in your bedroom. And you don't feel nothing about it, like you get me. All right, cool, then, bro. but yeah, Trey was the one that me and him worked together, just kind of developing this my sound and how I want it to be. So yeah, big up Trey, wherever you're doing.
Yeah, big up Trey.
Yeah, man.
And what about these days? Do you work with all different producers, or
yeah? But I gotta say, the person that really brought me out and made me there was Stagger. Rest in peace, man. But I wouldn't, speaking about it now, still hits me differently. Like you get me. Like when he came into my life, bro. Geez, I was literally gave up on everything. It was like 2015. So I started this pigeon rap stuff, and it went, Brian, everyone's going. Then the team I was working with, my guys I was working with, like, you know, this British immigration system is just bullshit, man. And they had to go back to Nigeria, and so my whole team was gone, like in a snap of a finger, like that.
Yeah.
And I was back to zero. I was like, right, this guy's helped me build all this stuff with me. Now I'm on my own again. And I was like, so like, practically for that whole year, I didn't record no music. I was just in a bad place, man. I was in a bad place. I didn't even know if I want to make music no more. I tried getting a job, get back to 9 to 5, and I just like, yeah. All right, I guess it's over now, innit? Like, you get me. And some way, somehow, Stagger found me.
How did he find you?
I don't know, bro. It's just, I don't know. He messaged me asking about tips about videos.
Oh, see.
That's what it was. He messaged me asking about tips about videos, and I gave him some advice, and like, yeah, this is what you should do, whatever, blah, 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 blah. And he was like, oh, you should hit me up sometime. We should do some work together. And I was like, hell yeah. And it never happened because I said I wasn't in a good place. Like, I don't really like to talk to depression because I've not been diagnosed with nothing, innit?
No,
so I can't really go and start
understand
saying,
that one. The escalate's going down.
Like, you get me, you know what I'm saying? But I just used to know, like, at some stage, I never even went out my place for like days. I was stuck in my yard, plus low on confidence and stuff.
Yeah. Same thing with me. I had staying for 6 months.
You know what I'm saying? You know, so it was a thing where I just wasn't there. So it was on Instagram. I remember he posted something on, and I was like, "Oh, my studio, bro. Where's your studio at?" He goes, "Oh, it's on Richmond Road." I was like, "I live on Richmond Road." Like, so, like, get me. So how it happened? Like, his studio was on the same street I lived in, and he was like, "Yeah, pop down sometime, man, or whatever," and blah blah blah. And I was like, "Yeah, cool." And I popped down, and he was making beats, and I was like, "This is what I want. This is the sound I need. I needed something original and something fresh and unique." And Stagger was just done. It was just a producing done, like productive, like a done. I can't
Done,
praise
dada.
him, and done done. And we made a demo called 419.
419.
Yeah, 419 is like code for fraudsters in Nigeria, right? So it's a 419. We made the track for 419, and SoundCloud, and sent it to his, like, you know, his circle, because he was known in the bass world, underground world, worldwide. And this guy from New York hit me up called Dr. Jeep. Like, literally, how this stuff happened is so spiritual. Like, it's meant to happen. Because my friend came to my house, right? I was checking. I was like, "Oh, let me show you this track I made with Saga." So I went on my SoundCloud. I don't go on SoundCloud at all, right? So I went on my SoundCloud to show it to him. And when I went there was a message, the first ever message I've ever had on SoundCloud. I don't use it. And it was just this message from this guy, Dr. G from New York, saying like, "Yo, I heard this demo with Stagger, that blah, 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 blah. I think you're dope. Like, I want to work with you." And on the same message, he sent me 10 beats. So he didn't even ask me. He didn't even wait for me to reply to him. I was like, "Yo, TJ, let me show you this beat." And I was like, "Oh, hold up. What's this?" I was like, "Whoa." I go, okay, here's the beat anyway. And my friend TJ was sitting down. I goes, there's a guy from New York just sent me some beats. Let me play. I literally pressed the first one. I was like, "Oh my God, this is what I've been envisioning in my head, that the sound I wanted."
Yeah.
And I've just got 10 of this in my, like, like, I was blown away. Like, you get me? And I was like, wow. And so I messaged him, guy. I was like, "Yeah, of course, I'm down for this, whatever, and blah, 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 blah. I like the first beat all over. And like, in a couple of days, I literally wrote it and sent it back to him. And he was blown away. He was like, "Yo, more beats, and you're just sending me more." And obviously my content was boosting, because I was thinking like, rah, people in Canada didn't even pay me no mind. And this guy from New York that is actually doing good for himself is telling me I'm great, like, you get me? And this guy, he's never worked with a vocalist before. So he must have really liked what I'd done for him to want to do that. So we released an EP together that came out on vinyl and everything. So that's like, you know what I'm saying? And it sold out on vinyl. And I was like, rah, like, I can actually sell music. Like,
yes,
people are buying this stuff. And, you know, and through that, another guy from LA hit me up called Tony Quattro. Then this guy from Canada hit me up, and people just started hit me up, and the music, like, you get me, just like spreading and like, yeah, and just went ridiculous, bro.
Yeah, man, because I heard that in you, man. Honestly, you know, you got style, commitment, flow, and you had screwed on, and you've been through the depressions, because it's like a conveyor belt going down and down and down and down and down.
I've been through,
you know,
even before I came to Wales, I've been through stuff. I slept on floors. I've had to steal to eat. I've been through real life struggles. So when people come at me, I just laugh at them. I was like, "What are you going to do to me?" What are you going to do to me I've not been through already? Kill me? Because that's the only thing you can do. But like, so people don't understand me. I was like, "I ain't scared of you. What are you going to do? You're going to be, I've been beaten up. I got back up." Like, you get me? Like, what is it you're going to do that I have not faced in this life? Like, you know what I'm saying? You know, so a lot of people don't get that mentality. I tell you people, I'm a warrior. Don't you get this? Like, it's not just a saying that I'm an African warrior. It's not a song, bro. This is real life.
It's real life.
Real life stuff. Like, you get me? The things I've been through, ask my friends. They're like, some of them, like, I don't even know how you're still standing, how you're still going. I don't complain to nobody. I don't ask nobody for nothing. Man, I've been in situations where I'm just like, you know what? I'll go today without eating, and it's cool. I'll find food tomorrow, because I'd rather do that than let anybody feel like they can control me. Or because I've been there where, you know, you put yourself down, ask people for help, and all of a sudden they start feeling like they're your god or whatever.
Yeah.
Thinking like, nah, I ain't doing that. No man's gonna move me like that. So if I have 1p, I'll manage my 1p in it. I'll make my 1p feel like £100, innit? I'll go and take my £1, go and buy my 3 plantain and cook that and eat that, and I'll feel good, innit? Like, get me? You can go and eat your steak, it's cool, but I ain't begging you for yours. But tomorrow I'm gonna make some money and I'm gonna buy a cow, innit? And that's been my mentality, and people don't get it. They're like, oh, you're arrogant, you're this and that. I'm not arrogant, I know who I am. Go and ask people in this city. I've helped people after people after people. I've had nothing and given people food, bro. I've been hungry and give people. So when I tell people, I goes, yo, you do not dictate how the universe is gonna work for me. You don't dictate how God's gonna work for me. Your feelings does not dictate none of this stuff. You get me? I know who I am. And people go and ask people, they'll tell you I'm a genuine human being. Nobody, people can say I'm aggressive. Yeah, that's an opinion. I'm like, that's an opinion. But there's nobody in this world that can say I've stolen from them. I've lied about them. I've cheated them. I've backstabbed them. Because I will tell you to your face, I don't like you, bro. And what are you going to do to me? Nothing. That's how I feel. I don't like you because you've done this and this and that. I like you because you've done this and this and that. Simple.
Integrity. Oh, Magugu, have you got any advice for young people who are starting out in music, mate? Because a lot of people not. Yeah.
Be yourself. Listen, be yourself 247. The moment you start conforming and trying to think this is what the people music want, you lose yourself. And this is when you start getting depressed because you know how many people are saying you think they're killing it? They're depressed because they have this fake persona they're putting on social media for people to like them. Like people are so desperate to be liked that they lose themselves. And hey guys, I'm so positive. And who wakes up every day? Hey guys, it's a lie. Some days I wake up, you just want to punch people in the face. Some days you wake up, you want to hug everyone. Just how it is. It's life, man. Like, get me? And I let people know that just be yourself. You're not going to please people, but you're going to find your tribe of people.
Yeah. And
they're going to understand you. And you're going to be the voice for them. They're going to want you to speak for them and stuff like that. I know that people all the time. I've had people, I say things, oh, Magugu's a bit, da-da-da. And I have people message me, goes, you know what? Your status made me get out of bed this morning. So if 100 people say to me, oh, you're this and that, and one person said, your status helped me get out of bed. Yo, you that one person, you're important.
Yeah.
Because that's helped you. These people are just complaining about something they've done. They're just speaking through their emotions. They don't even know why I've said this, why I've said it, or whatever. They're just speaking about their emotions. But that person there, that's my tribe, because I've helped that person. That person's felt some way about what I've said, like, you get me, about wherever the situation is, and this and that. And this is what a lot of young artists are scared to. I can see it now. I tell people, we're not going to have Bob Marley's no more. We're not going to have the Jimi Hendrix no more, Fela Kuti's no more, because people are scared to be themselves. We don't understand, like, people didn't like Bob Marley then.
No.
People didn't like Muhammad Ali back then.
No.
They hated his guts.
And Elvis.
You get me? All these people, all these advocates now that we all look up to now, when they were in their time then, the society hated them. And if they were alive today, society will hate them. Because why? They spoke the truth. And society hates the truth. You get me? Like, you get me? People are, oh yeah, this and that. Everybody now wants to be a Fela fan, right? I goes, Fela was against the way the world works right now. He was talking about in the 70s, 80s, talking about United Nations and how it's a scam. You get me? How the world leaders only count what happens in the West as was real, and what happens in Africa and the rest of the world doesn't count. Like, what do you mean? Like, how do you feel that because you're in the West, your vote counts for 100 people and mine doesn't matter because I'm in a different part of the world? How does that even make sense? Do you bleed differently than I are? Do you breathe a different kind of air? No, you got the same air, the same nose, you think the same whatever, and this and that. You know what I'm saying?
No, you see, I see, right, is in the West, we have Satan. And because we have Satan, Africa's just a scrapyard.
It's a scrapyard.
And we're just using resources. And, for our resources.
Absolutely.
Because, right, the sun shines, but what about the moon? Yeah, there is light.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen the pyramids.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But have you seen what we can do?
Do you know what? That's such a good thing, right? Everything I've done today, no one's taught me. I've learned for myself.
Well, that's how
Which
we have
means
to
it's
learn.
already in your DNA.
Well, that's
Once
how,
I start understanding stuff, people are like, what? Everybody, every time I make a video, what degree have you got? Well, I've had people with master degrees asking me for advice. I've never stepped a day in a university about videography, and I have people from master degrees asking me what editing software do you use? How did you do that? Whatever, and blah 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 blah. And I just started going back. You start understanding about history and stuff like that. All this stuff. No, you're not. You don't learn nothing new. It's all in your DNA. You just uncover and unlearn the lies the world has taught you. Like, you get me? You don't learn nothing new. Wherever you are, you're doing today. Your ancestors done that thousands of years ago.
So how do you get to the root of your DNA? How do you uncover it?
Just by understanding my history.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's like all this stuff is simple.
So just knowing where you came
Just
from.
knowing who you are. Like, you get me? Because that's why unfortunately, there's a lot of lost brothers out here. Why? Because they're not connected to something. There's no connection. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of black people think their history is slavery. Like, duh, no. Can you see the pyramids? Like, in everywhere there was indigenous people around the world, there were pyramids, bro. How do you think that happened? In South America, to Africa, to Iran and all these places, to in the indigenous places in Australia, they were all pyramids.
yeah,
How did that happen?
they were built.
Get me? They're built because knowledge was there. All the knowledge we have today was all taken. You've got all the things in science, computer, everything is all there. So, but they want you to not believe that you know they have the knowledge, that I'm teaching you the knowledge. So when they feel like I'm teaching you, then you're going to conform. But the moment I start understanding this stuff, like, you can't teach me nothing. And all I need to do is just study and understand who I am more. And the more I understand myself, the more I'm going to understand what gifts I have and what confidence I'm going to have to apply it to the world.
And then also you're able to help people because your tree has grown in the West in a botanical garden without being uprooted, cut down, chopped. Yeah, everything has to be tested. So the West is there for a purpose. Otherwise, God wouldn't have put it there.
100%. Because what you got to understand I got cousins like have similar lives to me. Like, we've grown up in Nigeria together, came to UK together, and the African thing is not just in them. You know what I'm saying? Where you've just conformed to this. And I'm not going to say it's not an easy thing, because that almost happened to me too, because it's easy to just say, I'm going to conform to my environment, innit? But something, it's just the way I was brought up. I was raised up by my grandma. She was a traditional African woman, innit? And the way she raised me, there's no way this ever got out of my system. I could never deny who I am.
That's good. You've kept the values.
I've kept my values, and to keep that values, I had to go through a lot of adversity, fight against people, trying to know this. I'm African. I'm not going to conform by the way you want me to be. I'm going to conform the way I am. Like, you get me? So it's been a battle, but I ain't gonna lie, it's worth it.
Even diamonds, don't you notice that diamonds have to be tested?
You have to be pressured. That's to be crushed. You have to be pressured.
Otherwise, you're not gonna get.
You're just gonna get a black hole.
You're not gonna get the real McCoy.
Absolutely, like, you know. So you're right. I think now I'm so grateful for everything I've been through in life. All those pains, all those days, just sitting down, thinking like, where's my life going to, man? What's going on with this? Just don't know, not being sure, but just thinking, you know what? I believe, just keep on going, like, you know what I'm saying? So now people are thinking like, yo, like, I've had to go through so much stuff to be able to feel like this and be able to speak like this and carry myself like this. And until you've been through that, you won't understand it.
A lion growls and roars and the jungle shakes. But an eagle, you can't hear it. When it strikes, it strikes. You go to the toilet? Yeah.
So I'm here, man. That's my. By the way, I've got an EP dropping on Friday, this Friday. So caught me in a good time. And I've got my dinner party. Do you want to see the artwork?
Yes, please. Could you show it to the
Do
camera,
you want to
please?
see
Bro?
the artwork?
Yeah.
This is exclusive because no one's seen this yet.
No one has seen this yet. This
All
is
right.
exclusive from Magugu.
I'll show it to you guys first, and you have your reaction, and I'll show it to the camera.
Fucking yes.
Yes.
Fucking
Yes, Magugu. Badass.
Wicked.
I don't want a t-shirt. I want a t-shirt.
You want me? That's bad, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, now before I'll show you guys. Before I do it, let me just show you that it's deeper than that. That stagger there.
A stagger.
Stagger.
See that?
Yeah.
That's my nephew Jermaine.
Jermaine, big up. You there?
That's my best friend, my brother, man, Deborah,
Deba.
and that's his daughter. So this is a traditional artwork from where I'm from Benin Kingdom in Nigeria, right? So what I've done, so the whole concept about it is the EP is called Google Land. So like this is my kingdom, innit? And these are my protectors. So this is the closest people to me. So there you go, guys.
Yeah, hold it, put it forward, mate. That's the one. You got it.
And on Friday, we're gonna post this all over town.
Is it artwork that you've made yourself, or do you have some help with it?
Oh no! I had the idea, and I got some graphic designer to help me
Nice.
with it.
Nice.
It was too complicated for me to do by myself. I had to get someone that really. It took weeks.
He's done good, man. It's a fucking great image. Yeah.
So I had to make something that was strong and like a powerful image. Like, you know what I'm saying? I want to like make it Africa. So on the 1st of October, so as I'm saying, the way all this is going on, the 1st of October is Nigerian Independence Day. And I was thinking, when that I goes, Friday, Nigerian Independence Day, beginning of Black History Month in the UK. What a perfect way to drop the EP. And so the first single came out not last week, last Friday before. So it's like an Afrobeats one. Then the second single is dropping on Friday with the EP, and it's called
On Friday.
Yeah, on Friday. It's called Jaja Energy.
It's called Jaja
Energy. Yeah, man.
Magugu.
Yeah.
Magugu, man, very inspirational, mate. Could we ask you for some kind of demo of what you do, your style, or can you spit a few rhymes for us? Is that possible?
Yeah. All right. I'll give you something small, quick, a bit in depth, so people know.
Wicked, nice.
I be that pigeon rap guru. Magugu no be mugu. Proud African I am. I dey chop no be fufu. Don't stereotype me. I not live in a mud house. I know they carry spares or they hunt down no dares. Jamo say wagwan. Naja say waiting day. Kilo shele. Everything done day. Bang bang. This one dedicated to my Naja where they jand. The ones where they home think say money full of hand. Make you tell them say na the same hustle we day. My guy, you no go lie. It not easy for this place. If I tell you say I thief to eat, you go say na lie. Well, I to lie. I no go lie. That won't be the case. Understand say life you had for everywhere. Face my obstacles. I no go show any fear. Life's a bitch, then you die, never playing fair. Burning poly, blowing the smoke in the air. Make I catch my fun before I run out of time. Keep on moving forward ever, you can't press rewind. I decline negativity, I'm on the rise. To a better place, my vision go to come to life. Representing for the people we not get. A hungry man is an angry man, we don't vex. How can I respect a man when not get morals? The leaders of today, all they do is quarrel, fight, over, resources, oil. Money be the key to their motto. They don't colo. I swear this one don't pass me. How you feel the chop? See your guy man, they hungry. Pastor, they buy private jet. The person where they go in church, not you paying rent. Ain't go tell you say, make you go repent. While he's on vacation overseas, go to spend your money. This one pass joke. Only God can judge me. I believe in that quote. Money, make the world go round. No matter the amount, there's no price for my soul. This one past lyrics. Are they yarn the truth? Pele if he pain you. Wait till make I do. Rap about popping my weight in a Gucci suit. Forget that. I go rap about positive moves. Represent the real. F the bullshit. I don't care who popular pass. We're not school kids. I'm a grown man trying to do the right thing. So I pen the truth. When I'm writing, my words are my weapon. I'm a Viking. My enemy, any person will do bad thing. For the right thing, I'll be fighting. Is a good or bad, not a black or white thing.
Fuck yes.
Yes. Done.
Fantastic. Can you tell people where they can find out more about you or get the new release?
Yeah, man. Follow me on social medias at Magugu1.
Magugu1 social medias.
Yeah, just type Magugu anywhere. You just Google me, you find me there. Google Land dropping on Friday.
Google Land
That'll
dropping on
be
Friday.
everywhere. So wherever social media, Spotify, iTunes, everywhere.
iTunes.
And yeah, so big up and thanks for having me down, Ninj. And big up to you too.
Wicked, man. Bless up.
Bless up.
Blessed.
I only do that for you because it's you, Ninja. I won't do this for no one else, bro.
Blessings, man. Yeah, this is Tafad Tan. Don't forget, yeah, be here next week or fuck off.